Well, despite the wet weather, I've managed to get out for an hour or two at a cattle shed I have permission to shoot over. And it's not long before this hooded crow comes down to see if he can poke some of the meal out that's mixed in with the silage and left out for the cattle. But I'm going to have to hold my fire here because he's not a safe shot. There's no solid backstop behind him to stop the pellet going on into the cattle shed. So I'm going to have to stand here and wait patiently till either this bird moves into a safer shooting position or another target presents itself. But I think he spots me here in the dark gloom of the shed and flies off. But the two magpies haven't spooked and I can still hear crows in the background, so I'll wait and watch, hoping for another opportunity. Now, when I'm shooting around the farmyards like this, I'm not only looking to make sure that what's behind the target is safe to take the shot, but I also have to keep an eye on the cattle that's in the foreground as well, and to make sure that my shot is going to travel well above them. Now, to do this, I'm shooting from a stand position with my elbows on top of a gate at chest height, and I sight the target in through the scope. Then I look down along the bore of the rifle to make sure that the pellet is going to travel well above the cattle, because remember, the bore of the rifle is sitting about 2 to 3 inches lower than your scope. So just because the target looks safe through the scope doesn't always mean that the line of shot is safe. Now, I've been watching this crow for a while through the scope, looking for an opportunity to take a shot, but he keeps ducking and diving just at the last moment. I'm looking to take a headshot here because these birds are a lot bigger and stronger than the magpies, and the more he moves to the right here, the less clearance I have above the cattle in front of me, to a point now that I just don't feel safe taking the shot. Now, thankfully a bird lands on the left here, and I can quickly see the silage is going to give me a safe backstop, and I'm clear above the cattle in the pen in front of me, and I quickly take him with a headshot. Of course, the rest of the birds go a bit nuts now, and a magpie lands on the roof above me, but I'm too slow to get the shot off. But again, I know it won't be long till I get another opportunity. And sure enough, a second magpie lands, and I take him with a heart and lung shot, but unfortunately he rolls back out onto the roof where all the other birds can see him. This is an obvious sign, of course, that there's danger about, and even though 1 or 2 magpies do come out overhead, none of them will land in an area where I can get a shot at them. So I decide to go out and lift the hooded crow. He bled out quite a bit, surprisingly, but he's cleanly shot through the head. The magpie was unretrievable, unfortunately. But I sat back and waited just to see if anything else would come about. And sure enough, a jackdaw landed just out of shot on the left hand side there. I moved into a more shootable position and took him with a heart and lung shot. He seemed to drop one the shot and then fly across the yard to the right hand side, so I went out to make sure he didn't need a quick follow up shot. But thankfully I found him lying dead in the yard. The shot was good, just in under the shoulder, into the heart and lungs. How he managed to get a good 25-30 yards before dropping, I don't know. Well, just to the hooded crow, jackdaw and the magpie that's still up on the roof. But come lambing time, the farmer will be glad to see the back of that hooded crow.